Hello, hello, my beautiful power sisters. Here we go again. I am your co-host, Pamela Garrison, and we are back again to talk about redefining her truth. Now, if you've been with me all this time, you have seen some powerhouse sisters come through to let us know about things in our lives and how we can overcome. And today, it's not going to be any different. As a matter of fact, we're going deeper into some conversations, because you have to remember that this is all about real women having real conversations, dealing with some real life issues for the success in our lives. And today, I'm still excited. I am still excited about this next speaker. Let me just tell you a little bit. My power sister sitting over here, Miss Beth Lendrum. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you just a little bit. She's waving. See, yeah, she's excited. She can hardly wait. She's a live wire without insulation. She's ready to tap into your mind, into your space right now. But let me tell you a little bit. This powerhouse sister right here, this dynamic sister, I call her the queen of flow, and I'm gonna tell you why. She is a wellness educator and healer. She has helped thousands of women, and I love this, shift from worry into confidence, fear into flow, sadness into joy, and anger into harmony. I don't need that in their life. I don't know about you, but I need that. And then she's certified in so many different ways that I can't say it. So I'm gonna let her tell it. I'm gonna let her tell it. So Beth, please go ahead and introduce yourself and definitely let us know what you're certified in and how to say it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Power Sister Pamela. I'm thrilled to be here with you and with everyone else who's joining us on this journey. And I am, amongst many other things, I am a certified Jin Shin Jitsu practitioner and self-help instructor.
See, that's what I was talking about.
And I appreciate that you just passed the baton right there on that. So, and what that is it is a Japanese form of acupressure. That's all, just gentle, using your hands on your body to help yourself feel better.
Love that answer. Because you see, my mind went in so many different places. What does that mean? Oh my goodness, what is that? But it makes sense now.
It does. And, you know, just a cute little quip about how to remember Jin Shin Jitsu. I like to say, if you drink too much gin, you fall on your shin and you land in the jitsu.
Okay, power sisters, say it with me. If you drink too much gin, you fall on your shin, right?
And you land in the jitsu.
And land in the jitsu.
Jin Shin Jitsu.
See, my tongue is getting in the way.
And really what it is the strategic placement of hands on your body to facilitate transformation from the outside in and the inside out.
That's beautiful. And
your hands are your jumper cables, the connection on your body to redirect and recreate that flow that you have in your body and then ultimately in your life.
All right, so we're gonna pause right there, because see when the nuggets start dropping, I gotta go back. She said, your hands are your jumper cables. See, I never thought about my hands as being jumper cables, right? So that's another profound nugget. And I'm telling you, throughout this conversation, the diamonds are going to be flowing. Get all the Jews you can. If you're not taking notes, start now. Your hands are your jumper cables. Oh my goodness. So let me ask you this question. What's your view, or how do you feel about what's happening to women in the workplace and entrepreneurship and pretty much in this world? What are your feelings and thoughts about it?
I think the world is our oyster for women. It is our time to rise. It is our time to be in the forefront of education, the workforce, and to make a shift in this world. That divine feminine is ready to lead the way for the future. And I think for those women who are ready for that to happen, it is perfect divine timing.
Perfect divine timing. I love it. The world is our oyster, our whole playground. We can do whatever we want because we're powerful beings.
Absolutely. And we have a lot of superpowers.
Yes.
Women have hidden superpowers. It's time to utilize them.
In redefining her truth, then what advice would you give to a woman about finding her superpowers? How would she go about doing that? Do you have some pointers for us?
I do. So finding your superpower is really coming into alignment. Your inside world, your outside world with your inside world. And that's where self-care comes in. And self-care is what brings you to your truth. If you, as women, are always out there trying to please others all the time, trying to do the right thing, and I always say, most of all, trying to please yourself, that keeps you separate. But when you come into alignment, and when you feel in your truth, and when you feel your best, everything just flows. Life flows gracefully, it flows easily. And guess what? Things flow to you. Opportunities flow to you.
So listen to that. Life, when you feel your best, life flows to you. And so that's what self-care is very important. We've heard it again and again and again in redefining her truth. And I love the way you say, come in alignment, come in, because so often, and I'm guilty, I'm gonna bring it up. I would resist rest. I would feel so guilty about just being still, knowing that, I needed to rejuvenate. But when your mind is trained to be busy and working all the time, those are some of the things to overcome. So I'm taking these nuggets for myself. Hope you're taking them. But I love the way you say that, to come into alignment, because I know I'm not alone.
Right.
No, I'm not alone, especially talking to women in entrepreneurship, talking to just even the busy homes, and all of these things, that the assignments and pressures and titles that women put on themselves, as well as the titles that other people put on us. That is some profound information to come into alignment. I love it. So why is it important for women to really put self-care in the forefront of their thinking? So if you can elaborate on it a little more, to help busy people like myself,
sure,
overcome and redefine my truth here.
Well, I think here's, the truth of that is, if you don't put yourself first, often you get knocked down, hit by that proverbial tsunami, hurricane that stops you in your tracks. And then you have no other choice but to take care of yourself. So if you can do that first, before that storm hits, those storms get smaller. They don't pull you off center like they used to. And that's what happened to me. I got knocked over, and I got knocked over hard. Right. And that's why I now spend my time educating people on how to care for themselves, empowering them with easy, simple to do self-care tips, so that they don't end up knocked over.
I can totally agree with that. And it's, just even some, what do you recommend as for someone or something that someone can use right now, like many steps to get there? Because again, it's renewing or opening up the mind to let you know, yeah, you can do this. Because when you're in that work mode, it's hard to see. Because I know
Right.
I have been there, and I know that you've been through a healing journey. I call it healness. A lot of people go, a wellness journey, like you said, in order to come out of this. But what was some of the first steps you took in your healing journey to get to the place you are today?
Right. Well, just a quick synopsis. I had tuberculosis when I turned 30. I had two babies under the age of 2.
Oh, wow.
And that was my wake up to taking care of myself. The signs were there, right? But I kept pushing. 2 babies, new home, needed a lot of help, husband that commuted into New York City, working part-time, right? And I didn't listen to those signs. And so when I came out of the traditional treatment, which was 6 months of antibiotics, and I was in bed for 8 months. My doctor said, I don't need to see you, but once a year for a chest x-ray. I thought, I can't get out of bed. So I knew that I had to look outside for other ways for me to feel better. And that's what I did. And I tried acupuncture, and I tried traditional Chinese medicine. I even studied traditional Chinese medicine for many years. I tried anything and everything that came my way. And then I was introduced to Jin Shin Jitsu. And that was, I could go to other practitioners, but I also could look internally at myself and use my jumper cables to help
I
me.
love them jumper capers.
I mean, and that's really it. Looking, we, I had a tendency to look outside for additional well-being, additional healing. I think we all have that tendency.
Right. And that's it. And I'm going to say, yeah, repeat that, because see, that's strong. Because I
Right?
think in our society, the way your upbringing, we are taught to look outside of ourselves to go find the answers we need. When, if I'm understanding you correctly, it's more of internal,
Yeah.
because who knows you better than you, right?
Right. Exactly. I love that. So true. And the other thing is, your body is talking to you about you.
That's another good one. Your body is talking to you about you.
About you.
We have to learn to listen.
We have to learn to listen.
Learn to listen.
Exactly.
Wow. That's it's pop. Sometimes the answers are so simple.
And that's I often say, Jin Shin Jitsu is simple self-care that you can do anywhere. And you're right. And sometimes it seems so simple that, people are shocked, and it's amazingly, profoundly effective. And so you asked me for a tool, like what can people do right now in this moment. So I love to share those kind of tips. So if I may,
Please do.
you talked about being, doing and being tired,
Yes.
right? And knowing that you're tired, but still going,
Pushing. Yes.
still pushing
Yes.
through. So I'm going to digress for a moment. Our bodies, your body has such innate wisdom. And innately, we often do things naturally to support ourselves without even realizing it. So a perfect example, what happens when we really are trying to remember something? We're studying for a test, or we're getting ready to do a presentation. We'll hold right here, right? Well, this is an acupressure point that is all about memory. It's all about helping you to see more clearly. So that's in
this, the forehead
mm-hmm.
is a pressure point. And to be honest, I've never done that.
Well, but you think of the thinker, right? Rodin's thinker.
But I can follow that.
Yeah.
And so, however, like I said, what I'm learning from what you're saying is I did not, because I don't know acupuncture. I can't say the word right now. Come on, lips, work with me. Acupuncture pressure point. However, if I've had a migraine, that is an area that I can rub and, and then it's soothing. So I can relate it to that type of thing, to where I may feel like, okay, my brain is tired now, and then may rub. So again, I'm pulling nuggets as you're saying them, because it's like, wait, that's an acupressure.
And it's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna laugh at myself because I'm like, words. Real women, real conversations. Okay,
right.
Let's get the words right. So I just think it's profound that it's a healing maneuver that we can implement in the moment, right? Am I following correctly? In the moment.
Yeah. And I loved your term soothing, self-soothing.
Yeah.
Perfect. Really beautiful. So that example was just to show you how innate wisdom our body has. But here's one: if you're working, and you notice that you're tired, you can just take a moment and rest your hands on the top of your head.
See, jumper cables in action.
Jumper cables. Yep, jumper cables. You can sit at your desk. Mm-hmm. You can close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes. You may not want to do this in the middle of a Zoom meeting unless you're talking about what you're doing.
But if you're in a, busy office, you got a heavy workload, on your break, you can just sit or take a, what we would call a health break. I just need a few minutes to regroup, right?
Exactly.
And so this is some powerful tools to help, again, soothe, reset, and get yourself or your body, as you said earlier, back in alignment. Yeah. So that you can be at your optimal best. And so I love it because it's simple things that we can do to keep our self-care at the forefront of our thinking in the midst of life.
Yes, right? Exactly. And it doesn't take any equipment. It doesn't take any setup. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can do this for 20 minutes and you'll feel amazing, but maybe you don't have 20 minutes. Maybe you have 2 minutes. Maybe you have 3 breaths. Whatever it is for you in that moment.
I think that's so valuable. And that's what I said. It's often when people think of self-care, sometimes we'll go, well, I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to do, and we have all of these thoughts rolling. And, and I just love that these simple strategies that you've just shared with us today, as you said, it's something we can do anywhere, anytime, any place to help reset and just get what we need in the moment before we go into bigger things.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we know that doesn't entail everything, but with just the few micro steps that was given right now, it's just valuable information. That is so good. I'm excited. I'm learning some things today, and I know you are too. So anything else that you can help women overcome the challenges? Because I'm still redefining her truth, and I think we've covered a lot. But is there anything else that you want to add to it? Let me just go there.
Well, let's see. There's another tip, and this is if you if you know you are getting ready to walk into a presentation, okay, or walk into even a social event where you want to be in alignment with yourself, your best self, right? You can just gently place your left hand on the center of your chest and then your right hand on top.
So I'm going to ask, why the left and then the right?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
I found that
Because
interesting.
your left hand helps to lift things out. So if you are walking into a room where you're going to socialize and be seen and make new contacts, you want to lift out your glowing personality. The other side is, let's say you're at home and you're winding down from a long day. You want to put your right hand first and your left hand on top, because your right hand closes things in.
So clearly, there's more details to the jumper cables that we have.
There are lots more. I like to say you have the whole world in your hands.
The whole world. And we're definitely going to have, and give you information on how to stay in touch with Beth for more information. Because again, the jumper cables that we have, we're learning these new terminologies. We're learning about the tools that we have within ourselves to stay in alignment. But I want you to finish telling me, I don't know if I cut you off. I apologize if I did, but I just thought it was fascinating that you said, put the left hand first and then the right. So were you, I think I might have interfered with the demonstration. So you were saying left and then you're right.
If you did, I don't remember, so that's okay. But that's, the left hand lifts. So when you're walking into a room to be your best self, that's just a quick, simple self-care tool that you can do for yourself. 3 breaths before you walk into that room.
We are armed and dangerous.
Absolutely. I like to call myself, I serve as a bridge between ancient methods with modern day life.
Ancient methods, modern day life. How does it apply now? That's, and ancient methods are proven. It's proven strategies that have worked in generations, right? For centuries. And then bringing it into modern day life to help calm your world down, help you realign once again, using everything and the tools that are in you, looking inside for your help, as opposed to outside, going out, traveling all over, thinking you have to do all of these things to get the help that you need. So I hope you're taking away all this valuable. It is so valuable, the nuggets here. And it's so much more to learn, so much more to explore. It is really soothing and exciting. And I can feel the calmness and the peace. And I think it's so needed for we busy women, because, and I have to say it because I know I worked in that vein for a very long time, to the point of, health issues, to just having challenges with my body. And it's just different things that I had to take into account. And a lot of the things that you have shared today has definitely broadened my horizon. And I know it has done the same for many women that is watching this interview right now. And so I am so grateful to have had this conversation with you and learn all of these strategic nuggets, like I like to call them, nugget diamonds, all these jewels for life that we are sharing today. So it is so beautiful. So Beth, go ahead and let the people know how they can stay in touch with you if that's what they choose to do.
Sure, absolutely. You can reach me at bethlendrum.com. And I'm sure that there will be a link below in this. And I look forward to being in contact with you and helping you and supporting you, living life in flow.
I love it. See, that's the queen of flow. You heard it here. Queen flow. So I'm so excited. I'm telling you, my power sisters, it's just so much to take in. We have gathered so much information. So I am hoping that you enjoyed this conversation that we just completed with our Queen of Flow, Beth Lendrum. You got contact information. And then remember, even if you wasn't taking notes, you don't have to keep all of these things in your head, because right now, I want to invite you to learn more by just joining or upgrading to our VIP. Because see, in the VIP, you can hear this over and over as much as you need as you expand your Power Her Success library of all of this valuable information that has been coming forward for you. So when you upgrade, you will get all of the interviews, you get the free gifts, you get the programs from each of our powerful, dynamic powerhouse sisters that are speaking throughout this Power Her Success conference. So it is phenomenal, and I encourage you to do so. And you can do that just by pressing the link below. And then, hey, it's all at your fingertips. So we enjoyed having this wonderful conversation. And I look forward to our next powerhouse speaker coming up next. So we invite you to stay tuned. We'll be back. Thank you again, Beth. Oh my God, this has been amazing. And I am just so happy to be a part of it all. So we're going to say bye for now. We'll be back.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. One moment as I hit the right buttons.